Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another news update from the movies. So apparently Tom Hardy is being considered to portray Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse. Um, yeah. So basically, Tom Hardy is rumored to be in the short list to portray X-Men Apocalypse. So yeah, for those who don't know who Tom Hardy is, he's gonna be in the Mad Max Fury Road next year. Mad Max Fury Road, and he was also Bane in the Dark Knight Rises, and he's also rumored to be in the upcoming Suicide Squad. So yeah, so basically, Tom Hardy is a busy guy at this point. Um, So yeah, basically Apocalypse. For those who don't know who Apocalypse is, he's basically the first and theoretically oldest mutant there is. He's got telekinetic power. He's practically immortal. He has regeneration powers. Um, I think he's got super strength. He's got and amongst other things. Tom Hardy is rumored to portray him. A link down below for those who want to check out the article. So yeah, how do I feel about Tom Hardy possibly portraying Apocalypse? I think it's a great idea. I mean, Apocalypse, uh, the personality of Apocalypse is kind of similar to Bane in the fact that he's very dark he's dark and but he tries to do whatever he wants for his people. Okay, and both Bane and Apocalypse share that type of personality, and I think it'd be very good for Tom Hardy to possibly portray Apocalypse. I think it's a perfect fit. You know, he would have to shave his head again and his beard, granted, but he wouldn't need to wear the mask anymore. So yeah, I think it's a great idea. I do think he has the belt. I mean, he basically has to look like Bane without the mask and be colored gray. Basically, that's basically Apocalypse. Bane without the mask and have gray skin color. And there's your Apocalypse. Yeah, I think Tom Hardy's a great idea to portray um, Apocalypse, and I think it is a perfect fit. Now he's also being rumored to portray Bane in the Suicide Squad movie, or people want him to portray Bane in the Suicide Squad movie. Here's the thing with him possibly being the Suicide Squad. If he's gonna portray the same character, then first off, you have the problem of why the hell isn't Christian Bale set to be Batman? Okay, I'm okay now. I'm kind of okay with Ben Affleck being Batman, but yeah, I do realize they kind of want an older male to be Batman because Christian Bale he was the Christian Bale Batman. He's around his mid 40s, while the Ben Affleck Batman is around his early 50s. But I wouldn't think that someone's appearance would change that drastically. I mean, maybe it will, but you know what I mean. It just wouldn't make sense for it to change that drastically. So if they're gonna try make Bane in Suicide Squad the Tom Hardy version, I think there'll just be a lot of continue at just a lot of errors when it comes to the continuality wise. So I wouldn't want him to portray Bane in Suicide Squad as much as even though Bane was such a good character in Batman Returns. I mean, not Batman Returns, and Dark Knight Returns. Granted, Bane theoretically shouldn't be taking orders from anybody, but eh, that part of the Bane mythos kind of got messed up in the movie. But overall, Bane was a pretty great character. So yeah, I wouldn't want him to portray Bane again in this new DC universe because it just wouldn't make sense. You'd have too many questions rising. I think the main one being then why the hell is Ben Affleck hired? Now you could argue that Christian Bale didn't want to be associated with the character anymore, which does make sense. But you'd there'd be some complications is all I'm saying, and also the fact that they possibly killed off Batman in the last movie, so there's also that complication. Now you could say that he actually indeed did survive, which is a fan theory, but that's a whole other story. So yeah, how do I feel about him portraying Apocalypse? I think it's a great idea. Just have Bane without the mask and make him gray. So yeah, that's a good idea. But how do I feel about Tom Hardy portraying Bane again? Kind of iffy. I'm kind of iffy about it. I think it's a good idea, but then you'd have too many questions arising. Most notably, then what universe is the Nolan verse in, and how does this fit in with that? And too many questions arising. So that's why I wouldn't want Bane to be in the new, or at least not the Tom Hardy Bane in the new DC universe. I mean, they could still have Bane, but have someone else portray him. Maybe Bruce Willis or Vin Diesel. That'd be pretty interesting because they're both bald. I mean, they both look bald. They look good bald, and they could probably pass off as Bane to some extent. So yeah. So Bane, not so much anymore, but Apocalypse, I do think it's a good idea. So yeah, there's gonna be two links down below. Those who want to check out the article in which discusses him portraying Apocalypse, and the other one discussing on him possibly portraying Bane again. So yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely stay tuned for that. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on the fact that he may be possibly portraying Apocalypse. Do you think it's a good idea? And what are your thoughts on him possibly taking the role of Bane once again? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea? I think as much as I'd want to see him, I think it's a bad idea because of the consequences afterwards, okay? Because of the aftermath, most people are questioning, then what universe is the Nolan verse in, and how does this fit in with that? I think it's gonna end up as a mess if they end up casting him. Because I mean, the aftermath, like the overall picture is gonna look messy. So yeah. So again, two links down below for those who want to check out those articles. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Comment down below on your thoughts on all this. Besides that, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Martz signing off.